Right now, your brain is talking. Even in complete silence, words never stop. Every memory, every plan, every fear, your mind quietly turns them into language. Now imagine waking up tomorrow. Every single word has disappeared. No names, no sentences, nothing. You can still see, you can still hear, you can still feel, but you can't describe any of it. It sounds impossible because your brain has spent your entire life thinking with words. But here's something strange. For most of human history, nobody had a language like yours. No conversations, no stories, no books, no names, just people trying to survive. So here's the question. How did humans become human before language existed? Most people think they just pointed at things. Sounds reasonable, but it doesn't explain much. Imagine standing next to 19 other hunters. A giant mammoth is only seconds away. Who attacks first? Who distracts it? Who stays behind? Who protects the children? Without words, one mistake could kill everyone. A few hand signals aren't enough to solve a problem that dangerous. And hunting was only the beginning. Think about everyday life. How did parents teach children which berries were safe to eat? How did they warn others about poisonous snakes hidden in the grass? How did they explain that a river would flood tomorrow? Somehow they shared knowledge long before they shared sentences, which means something else held early human societies together, something incredibly powerful. And what scientists discovered about that hidden ability might completely change the way you think about language. The answer begins with something far older than words. Long before humans could speak, they could watch. They watched every movement, every mistake, every success. Children didn't learn from explanations, they learned by copying. Watch, repeat, improve, again and again. Scientists call this social learning. It means learning simply by observing someone else. This ability exists in many animals, but humans took it much further. One person discovered something useful. Soon everyone knew it. No sentences, no lessons, just imitation. Imagine seeing someone start a fire for the very first time. You wouldn't need words to understand that fire meant survival. The same was true for making tools. One careful movement could change everything. Generation after generation, skills became better. Not because people explained them, but because people copied them. Anthropologists believe this was one of humanity's greatest advantages. Knowledge could spread without a single sentence. But copying alone still wasn't enough because there was one problem that imitation could never solve. If the smartest hunter in your tribe died, all the knowledge inside his mind could disappear forever. Nobody could write it down. Nobody could record it. If no one remembered every tiny detail, that knowledge was simply gone. Imagine spending 40 years learning where animals migrate, only for that information to vanish the moment you took your last breath. That wasn't just sad. For early humans, it could mean starvation, freezing, or even extinction. So evolution rewarded groups that became better at sharing knowledge. Not with books and not with language, at least not yet. Many scientists believe the first breakthrough wasn't speaking at all. It was something much older. Something you still do today without thinking. Rhythm, moving together, working together, repeating the same actions until everyone understood exactly what to do. Imagine 20 people carrying an enormous tree trunk. Nobody needs a long conversation. Everyone simply follows the same rhythm. The same thing happens when soldiers march, when rowers pull their oars, or when thousands of fans clap at the same time. Modern studies suggest that moving in sync makes people trust each other more, cooperate more, and even feel more connected. Now imagine that effect, not inside a stadium, but around a campfire. 100,000 years ago, a shared rhythm could organize a hunt. A repeated movement could teach a skill. A simple pattern could unite an entire tribe without anyone saying a single word. And if that sounds unbelievable, the next discovery is even stranger, because some researchers think this may have been the first step toward language itself. Some researchers believe those shared rhythms slowly became shared sounds, not random noises, but sounds that everyone instantly understood. A short call could warn the tribe about danger. Another could tell everyone to come closer. For the first time, sounds were beginning to carry meaning. Over thousands of generations, those simple sounds became more consistent. Children learned them from their parents, and parents learned them from those before them. No one knows what the very first word sounded like. It may have been a warning. It may have been a name, or it may have simply meant fire. Unfortunately, spoken words leave no fossils. Unlike bones or ancient tools, language disappears the moment the sound fades away. That means we'll probably never discover humanity's first conversation. It vanished tens of thousands of years ago without leaving a single trace. But even if the words disappeared, their impact never did. Every language on Earth began with those tiny first steps. Every story you've ever heard, every book ever written, every song, every promise started because someone, somewhere, made a simple sound that another human understood. Which brings us back to where this video began. Right now, your brain is talking, quietly, using thousands of words every single day. Yet your ancient ancestors survived, raised families, built communities, and changed the course of history without hearing that inner voice at all. Maybe language wasn't the thing that made humans special. Maybe humans were already extraordinary, and language was simply the tool that allowed those extraordinary minds to change the world forever. So, The next time you catch yourself thinking in words, remember this. Before language existed, humanity had already learned something even more important: how to understand and trust one another.